I think the goal in camp is always trying to develop dependable depth, and we've really tried to create opportunities for a number of guys to compete, and had a lot of guys that have worked really hard over the off season, and now the past couple weeks have really been their chance to get out and show what they can do. So I think we've had a lot of guys develop. I think we've had a lot of guys progress, and it's been great to see the competition. I think the guys have done a good job of preparing themselves for the fall, and I feel like we're making good progress. We have a long way to go, but we're getting better every day, and that's what we're all trying to do. So yeah, it's been great to have a full off season. I think you get a chance to evaluate what you did in the fall and implement some of the things that worked well during spring practice, and then work on the things that you needed to work on. And then the guys have really done a good job of kind of taking ownership of what we're trying to do defensively, and a lot of the progress that we've made has been because of their ability to kind of take some leadership and really continue to build on some of the concepts and the techniques that we've tried to install. It's been very beneficial from the standpoint of once now we're in fall camp, it's been somewhat repetitive for the guys. They're familiar with what we're trying to get done, and I think it's allowed them to play faster and play more confident, which at the end of the day is what we're trying to get done. Yeah, in our defensive line group, we have Chuba back, and he's played a lot of football for us and done a really good job. So we're excited about him and excited to see his development here going into the fall. I've been really proud and impressed with the work that Zach Kennedy has put in. He's kind of he's been here a few years now, played some snaps for us last year, but is going to be a guy that we rely on in that room, and he's done a good job of kind of setting the tone for what we're trying to get done. He can play a number of different positions, and he's extremely high energy. He's got a ton of ability, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do this fall, and excited for him to take the next step. We have a lot of young guys. We have a couple transfers and then a few freshmen that are in the mix, and we've had some good depth at the defensive line position the past couple years, and so there's really a number of guys that we're looking forward to seeing taking the next step. I think Princeton Toki comes to mind as one of those guys. You've got Justin Marks, who's been in the room for a little while, Noah Masui. All guys that have played a little bit, but will be counted on this fall, and they've done a good job when they've had opportunity. So we're looking forward to getting a chance to get them out there and seeing them compete. Yeah, the linebacker group as a whole, we're fortunate to have some pretty solid returners there. I think that Teddy Buchanan, just named the captain, was leading tackler for us as a freshman, and he's really he just loves football, works extremely hard. The game is very important to him. He studies, and so just for him, trying to continue to push him to maximize his ability, because he's done a lot of really good things through the first couple weeks of fall camp, and I'm looking forward to seeing him on the field in the fall, being a leader for us on defense. You've got guys like Cole Hansen, who's played a ton of football for us and done a great job. Extremely smart football player, great teammate, works extremely hard. He'll be relied on. Jay Smalley is another guy inside that's played a lot of football for us, and Calvin Doucette is somebody that has stepped in and played really well when he's had his chances. So that's a good group there, and we continue to try and build depth with them, but excited about where they're at and looking forward to seeing them progress. Yeah, Evan Tattersall is somebody that is playing linebacker for us, came to us from Cal, is going to get his master's. He's in the NBA program, and watching, he's played at the Pac-12 level, has some really good experience. You can see him run around on the field, and you can tell he's got a ton of ability. And the cool part about him is, he's really fit in well with the group. He kind of keeps his head down and works, and he'll be somebody that we count on to help bolster the guys that we do have coming back. Our defensive backfield is a group that does have a ton of experience. Chris Venable is somebody that has been extremely productive for us. He's made a ton of tackles. He has a great ability to play the ball in the air. He's somebody that we feel really comfortable with him back there, kind of setting the tone for the communication of our defense. Devon Frazier, Rex Connors, George Moreno, Kavir Baines, and you know, all of those guys have done really good things throughout the first couple weeks of fall camp, and that's a group that we feel pretty good about the depth there. They all do different things well, and so just watching them compete and trying to make plays has been really cool to see, because they've all gotten chances, all gotten opportunities, and have all produced at different times. And at the cornerback position, Jahile Budget is somebody that started every game for us last year. He's worked extremely hard throughout the course of the offseason and has really benefited. I think he's starting to come into his own from a confidence level. He's really made an effort technique-wise to continue to grow, and so he's somebody that has all the ability in the world, and we're looking forward to watching him. And then you know, Devin King is another guy who's played a ton of football here at Davis. He's an amazing leader. He works extremely hard. He's extremely tough. You can tell by what he's gone through and all that he's come back from. And watching him run around this spring has been awesome. You know, you get excited for him, and his ability to contribute, I think, is something that it brings a different energy to our defense when he's on the field. And guys love playing with him. He loves football, and so it's been great to see him back out there running around. And behind him, there's a lot of Jacob Horn, Mario Minor, Marquise Alexander, a couple young guys that have come in, Blake Cotton. You know, they've done a good job continuing to try and raise the bar. I think those guys are playing at a really high level. We have at the outside linebacker position, we're fortunate to have a number of guys that have played a lot of football for us. Cam Trimble is somebody that led us in tackles for loss and sacks last year. He's extremely physical. He is one of the leaders of our defense for sure. Guys love the way he works and how he, you know, represents himself and what we're trying to get done at the outside linebacker position and defensively. So really excited for Cam. Nick Eaton is somebody that is extremely talented, has had a ton of production in his career here, and over the past couple weeks, he's probably played as good a football as I've seen him play. So I'm excited for him. He's feeling confident. I think he's excited about trying to get after it this fall. So I've been really pleased with him. Jackson Cloyd is somebody that always brings great energy. He's extremely physical. He plays extremely hard, and he loves football. There's nothing he won't do to get out on the field, and guys have a ton of respect for him and his ability to play the game. Peacock is kind of a veteran too. He's played a lot of snaps for us. Extremely talented pass rusher, guy that we love to figure out ways to try and get on the field, because when he's been out there, he's been extremely productive. And then Lucas Rock is a guy that's played a lot of special teams for us and has continued to work and really carve out a role for us defensively. So good group coming back. Porter Connors, Darius Wilson, Zach Jones are all guys that we are really excited about. It's a deep room, and it's been fun. I think they've all done really well so far throughout fall camp, and we've got to keep working to continue to have a productive fall.